welcome to Daily Spiritual Thought. And today's title is Recognize Your True Family. Today I want to share with you two essential pieces of information. One is to introduce you to your true family, and the other is to talk about your life mission. Yes, you've got me right. Part of your life's mission, because we all have a life mission, an individual one and also a collective one. But more about that a little bit later. At the moment of our birth, our journey starts, and we're on our life journey, or call it development tour. A trip that enables us to develop ourselves further and further. But beyond that, it also includes the task of recognizing us more and more, to acknowledge that we are part of creation. And beyond that, also to realize at some point that we are co-creator. And precisely this co-creatorship we should then also begin to live. And many people still find this very difficult because they've moved from far away from the idea of being co-creators. Perhaps you've noticed that when some situations occur in the world where people have painful experiences, when something really bad happens, what often occurs? That many voices become loud and say, "Why does God allow such a thing? When will the Savior finally come?" Don't get me wrong, but people have been waiting for the Savior in this way for about 2000 years, and yet catastrophic things sometimes happen. Why is this possible? Simply because the Savior, this Creator, is already here. We are all part of creation, and this has nothing to do with blasphemy. If you think that, then realize that this also has something to do with conditioning. We all carry the ability within us to be able to create, and we should become aware of that again. We were never victims and helplessly at the mercy of events. We are at best unconscious because we do not recognize that what we actually do as a collective. That's what it's all about. Recognizing, living your part as a co-creator as well. For only when we have internalized this, we'll be able to carry true love into the world. Perhaps you are now asking, how is this to be understood? What is this true love? You always hear people talking about love, saying, "I love you," and things like that. But many people still believe that love belongs to our family, to our environment, to some selected people we know. But ask yourself, is this really love? Can it be? To limit it only to a few? Of course not. Because by now everyone should have recognized one thing. Love is the most universal force. Love is the origin and the home. We are all part of this divine love. Limiting love is the biggest mistake we can make. Or if we do, we have not understand what love really is. Because love is boundless and unconditional, and that's what we have to realize. How could it be that our love should be due to only a few people out of several billion? This is a misguided thought, because love is available for all people. The reason why we think this way and have to be almost economical with love, giving it only to certain people, is simply a wrong understanding of family. Why is that? So, who is your or our family? The few people around us? If we believe that our family is limited to the people who have been with us since birth, we are wrong. We are energetic beings born in the circle of our development helpers. Let's call them this one. But overall, we have always been part of the whole human family. So let's recognize that all these people are our family. We should come out of this limitedness again. We should thank our parents, siblings, relatives, and friends for giving us a start and guiding us. But the family is the whole human family. And this respect primitive people all over the world are miles ahead of us because they don't know this view at all. For them, one thought is in the foreground, and that is, we are all one. If we allow that it goes badly for one, we lay the cause that it will go badly for all in the long run. And what this separate thinking has led to, we can see quite simply in the actions. Because we are socially taught the idea that humanity has nothing to do with us. Day after day, we believe that we have to act in isolation, make sure that we get off as lightly as possible. There are people who believe when they buy a car that their car is particularly beautiful without realizing that it has been produced millions of times over. That as soon as they have it themselves, it's particularly beautiful. Or my cell phone is especially great. Or the food I prepare tastes especially good. And so on. We isolate ourselves over and over. But let's recognize that we are part of a wonderful family. And the moment we understand that we are part of creation and also live this mission of creation, the moment we make our love available to all people, the world can come into healing step by step. It's a great challenge for us to understand that the family around us are only development workers, but that every life around us is equally important. For creation, there's only one thing. We are all family. So let's share our love with everyone we meet, and we will have wonderful experiences and contribute to the world, recognizing and healing itself. For now, this is Andreas from Daily Spiritual Thought. Despite the many unpleasant events we lived through, have a wonderful time. Thanks a lot for listening, and God bless.